He contacted me and we met, and he had the song on MySpace, and I listened to the song repeatedly and started getting some visuals, and we met the first time. I asked him what he had in mind, and oddly enough, a lot of the things he had in mind were some of the ideas that I had in mind.
I live right on the bottom of Michigan.
Slapped your knees and said, I got places to go.
I came up to Grand Rapids and met Walt, and I guess we met several times over the next 3 months or so, drafting an idea for Mary. And Walt, actually being from Grand Rapids,
well, being that I am a native of Grand Rapids and I have a lot of connections here, it was easier to recruit the equipment we needed and the people we needed and the locations, because I'm quite familiar. Every place I go, I always look at it as an angle of, hey, this is a great location, I should shoot something here. So an opportunity presented itself to do the video as, you know, hey, we can do this stuff and I can utilize all these great locations finally. And sort of the initial idea that we had sort of evolved into something much more than I think Jonah anticipated. I think he was a little hesitant at first.
well, I just remembered that when we first were thinking about it, it was just a promotional. We thought about just having a simple thing with the band, and it really ended up being.
I recall you wanted to do something like in a warehouse, a la a Guns N' Roses video, where you guys were playing and like this character of Mary sort of dancing in the background, and that was kind of something I had in mind too. But then as we delved more into the song and I'd learned more of the history of the song about Jonah's friend, more ideas came about, and I'm not really sure at what point it sort of switched to a warehouse to like a staged live at a bar. But I was a regular at Jukes at that point, and I really liked Jukes because it's a great location. And I said to Jonah, you know, I got this great bar idea, you know, if we do this, and you know, we went there the first time, and he was kind of like, and then, you know, slowly I would have sell him on these ideas, like, what if we did this, we did this, we did this,
and
that's how the video was made. But the one thing that I wanted to do early on was to find Mary, because I think if we found, obviously since the video is about Mary, we needed to find a Mary, and I think that would help us help us creatively visualize the story. So so we took a day where we met, I think we met like 12 girls, had like
lots
a little
of coffee
interview with each one, yeah, lots of coffee. Which was different, because usually our meetings involve lots of beer. Go figure. But we met with each girl, did like a little interview. Jonah took a picture of them, and then we had a picture, and then, you know, we'd ask them a bunch of questions, what they'd be comfortable with. You know, we gave them the song to listen to. But early on, there was one girl, Whitney, that I sort of had a really good feeling about, that I thought, because she was really excited, she wanted to do it, and she was a hairstylist and a dancer, so she's very outgoing. Not a stripper, mind you, but a dancer.
She had a lot of expressions, even when we were just talking.
She's very confident, which helped. But after meeting Whitney, I wanted to use her, because Jonah was looking for, like she needed to have dark hair, and not that was set in stone, but he wanted somebody who was
dark hair, kind of wafy.
She didn't need to be like terribly attractive, but she didn't need to. I mean, he wanted to find somebody who was sort of girl next door, interesting looking. Yeah. And we narrowed it down to 3. I, of course, was immediately backing Whitney because I thought that she'd be perfect. But
and I was down to. I was hesitant. I mean, there was 2 different girls that I was having a hard time deciding to. Walt was adamant about Whitney, but didn't want to.
No, I tried to steer him towards Whitney, but I didn't want him. I wanted him to make up his own mind. Yeah. But eventually, I knew he'd see things my way. Because as he was always bound, he was fond of saying, you know, you're the director, you've done this before. And the feeling I got with Whitney in regards to this project, I casting her, I felt confident and I thought she would do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so eventually, through prodding and him deciding, we chose Whitney, even though I pretty much told her, it's like, you're going to get it, because I can't see anyone else doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know that until just now, so maybe I did tell you, I don't know.
This changes.
So we cast Whitney and started working with her, but it wasn't until, because the key part of the video is Jonah's band's playing at Jukes, and Whitney, Mary, is dancing and no one's paying any attention to her. She has this white dress on.
Mm-hmm. And that was right from the beginning of writing the song. I mean, that's what I pictured Mary as, was the flowing white dress.
And that was one of the things, because when I first listened to the song, that was the images that were invoked, was like a girl like wearing a dress, so like a white dress with dark hair. So we started dress shopping with Whitney. It was interesting in and of itself. But finally she went on her own and she picked some stuff out and had it on hold, and we went down with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was trying stuff on. There was like a couple shirt ensembles, a couple dresses, and nothing really grabbed our attention. And then she was in the dressing room. I just started wandering around the dress department, and I just stumbled upon this dress, and I thought, wow, this is great.
Mm-hmm.
And I showed it to Jonah, and Jonah's kind of like, well. So I'm like, well, just have her try it on. And she tried it on, and it was, she came out of the dressing room with her hair down. She was wearing a hat, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And
her hair was messed up.
It was just like, that's it.
That's it, exactly.
And I think at that point, it really cemented for Jonah,
absolutely,
the casting of Whitney as Mary.
Yep.
So.
And she ended up being just perfect for the part.
Yeah, she was a trooper. She didn't complain, which, for the stuff that we put her through, the stuff that we did, she didn't complain once or bitch about anything.
Rainy.
It's cool. Yeah, cold and rainy.
Wave and smile, damn it.
Okay, do the same thing again.